Hello and welcome to Wild Owl TV. It's so exciting to be able to do the first kind of like proper nighttime little video diary with the camera and the torch. It's dark, there's things around, and it just feels like it's been so long since I've been able to do this. I've done a few little bits and pieces, but there's life out here, so I'm just going to do a little jaunt around the garden. And right, let's just get myself into business. Okay, there you go then. So it is still early in the year, but things are happening, and although I need to get out and do some gardening, obviously this Easter weekend the weather wasn't particularly good. You'll see here there's some plants coming up, which is going to be I think that's allium. I get myself used to all these plants again. But one of the things that I did spot as I was walking around just now is this, and this is exactly what starts to happen this time of year, and that is a common newt. Now I've just posted a photograph of another newt I found on the lawn, and this is one that is on the path, and of course I've got to be so careful I don't step on these little amphibians. And this fella, there he is, he's wondering why he's in the spotlight. They are such lovely creatures. Now a lot of people think that newts spend all their time in the pond, but they don't. They actually, just zoom out so look at how he's walking there. They actually spend a fair amount of their lives out of the pond, because of course they have to find food, and they will find food in the pond, but they also find food out in the garden as well. But I suspect this guy is making his way to the pond, because of course this now at the moment is the time to breed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to watch my floor, make sure I'm not going to step on anything else. I'm just going to get this chap. There, right, darling. Oh, it's lovely to see you. Where have you been all winter? There you go. So here he is here. Get that bit of grass off you. He feels very dry because of course he's probably come from maybe a hole in a fence hole, or under, well, it could come anywhere. They just literally tuck themselves away, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, being very careful. Okay, darling. I'm going to pop him into the pond, and if you watch him, he'll go straight. Come on then. Just pop you there, and down he goes, disappearing into the depths. That's where he wanted to go, and he's actually safer there because there's foxes and badgers and possibly even cats that are going to be coming through the garden. So I've just put my moth trap on. Just noticed there's a little bit of rain now. But there's my moth trap down there. I moved the moth trap around. Not really noticing too many moths around, but there is things around. Very often it's on the windows. If I leave the windows on in the workshop, they always, the light on, should I say, the light on in the workshop, often I'll find that that will attract moths. So let's have a little look over here, and as I'm walking, again, I'm just making sure that I'm not stepping on anything, because as I say, the garden is waking up now and the temperatures are slowly rising. Nighttime is a fantastic time to look in ponds, and what I will show you is this is Duck. So you see a good view now. I can't see a very good view there. Let me just take you around the other side of the pond. She's quite happy. She knows it's me. She knows my voice. Before we go back to Mrs. Duck, just check this bumblebee box, because there's also a chance that we might have a visitor in here. I've put some peanuts in here earlier on. And they've gone already. God, blimey, it didn't take long. Oh, there he goes. There's a mouse over there. Did you see him? That's the mouse that's just stolen the peanuts. There's a little wood mouse. And the funny thing is that over here is my tawny owl. She's just, although she's in her shed, she can see out. And I don't know if you can see her, but she's looking out the window. She's just through there. So she can just see and watch all the wildlife in this little wildlife area. But she can't do anything about catching anything. So that little mouse is quite hungry, I'm sure. Now again, still looking at what I'm treading. Let's have a look under here, see if we got anything under here. Because once again, this area is likely to be an area where there are newts, and I really, really have to be so careful. I don't want to tread on any of them. Look under here. Nothing under there. And in the compost heap, sometimes there'll be somebody in there with 4 legs and a long tail, but not this time. Check the other compost heap. Nobody in there either. Okay then, so let's go and have a look at Mrs. Duckie. Oh, I just thought actually we have another box that I will just check, because let's have a little look in here. As you can see, I've put peanuts in here. Now these peanuts are disappearing, but at the moment the mouse hasn't reached them. It could be the same mouse that's taken the other peanuts. I wouldn't know. So, where is our duck? Well, our duck is in there. And there she is. Hello then. So she is sat on her eggs, keeping them nice and incubated. And the only thing is that every night, my microphone's just come off the clip, but I think you can still hear me. Every night I've had the fox trying to catch her. So I'm keeping an eye on it, and I have actually filmed the fox from my bedroom window up there, and this is what I saw. Come back to you in a second. So there you go. That fox will be back night after night after night trying to catch the duck out. They're very wily foxes, and I've no doubt it'll come out tonight and probably wake me up again, as it has done for a little while. And I'm just scanning around the garden here because it's at this time of night that a badger could suddenly arrive. But this duck house that I've put for the mallard ducks is perfect. It's on the water. A fox could potentially jump onto the reeds here and the irises, as I'm sure it may have tried to do. But the thing is, the whole design of the house is that she can't. As soon as that happens, she can quickly come off of the nest and go onto the water. So it's very unlikely the fox is going to be able to get to her. The only thing I might be able to do is push this rod out. This is basically a rod that I've got to secure this floating platform. As I say, I do have a camera just there. So what I was just going to say was I've put a trail cam up looking at where the bats roosted last year. Now, bats are emerging now as the temperature's rising and they are coming out, and I've no idea if there's anything up there, or has been up there. I doubt it, to be quite honest with you, but there's my trail cam, and that will be activated if a bat suddenly pokes his head out from under the rendering there, which is where they were using it as a day roost last year. I'm very excited about that, and of course we also have the bat box up there, which may or may not get used. So that's basically what that's up there for. So just hold all my things here. Turn my light off. Don't want that shining in my face. Here I am. Oh, you can't see me. There you go. Right, so trying to work with all this equipment is a nightmare. But it just gives you a little bit of an update there. I'm keeping my voice down because it's, what is it, 11 o'clock at night. And but it's, the garden's waking up, and it's great. I can't wait because I've got such a lot to share with you this year. And of course, once the moths start emerging and coming out, coming onto the fruit feeders and that, we'll have loads and loads and loads of things to do. So I'm very aware that one of the things I like to do on Wild Owl TV is to educate, and a lot of these videos are for awareness, just so you can show how I'm enjoying my wildlife, but of course lots of you will want to learn about things to do. Please ask any questions on the posts that I do, but of course what I will try and remember to do is some more educational posts, simple stuff, but just little ideas of ways to increase the amount of animals that you can get in your gardens. So I will be mindful of that and try and continue to inspire you and give you ideas for this time this year, because this is the time of year now to start planning how you're going to improve your gardens for the benefit of our wildlife, because our gardens are just so important for these animals. So thanks again for watching Wild Owl TV. Hope you enjoyed the April Fool. I ran out of time to do anything too big, but I think that one worked quite well. So the flamingo obviously didn't visit my pond. That photo was taken at Slimbridge many years ago when I was there. So hope we had a bit of fun with that, and see you again. Bye for now.